Ask my dad if a nigga hurt.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's going on this afternoon? Welcome once again to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard at a strange hour because I don't usually come on during this time, but I got the free time this week. So for the first time, I'm kind of experimenting because I don't know what it's like to have morning shows or afternoon shows. So I'm here really just to talk rather than doing it at night, which I probably should, but just trying to see what the numbers are like during the daytime while I have an opportunity to. So welcome, listen where everybody is, whether you listen to this replay or you're listening to this live. Welcome to those of you that are listening by Pandora and iHeartRadio and Spotify and LinkedIn and all the other ways that you can listen to me. By now, you're probably on listening to the replay, but thanks for just downloading and checking me out here. To those that are watching live on the Big Time Show YouTube page, as well as the Big Time Show Facebook page and Twitter and Twitch and all the other places, just in case I've forgotten. Welcome to the show. For those that are coming in, ask that you would come in and possibly share on maybe your pages if you feel like it. It would help this podcast out tremendously just by getting more people involved into what we have to say and all that type of stuff. So I would appreciate it so much if you would. If you want to contribute to the podcast, you can simply by using those stars. If you're on Facebook, whichever way you're watching from, you can use those stars. If you're on YouTube, of course, you can use the super chat. But also, if you want to do the Cash App, it's right there on the ticker on the bottom of the screen for you. You can do that way. You don't have to, but what everybody can do, and it won't cost you absolutely nothing, and it would help the podcast out. It's simply by, if you're on Facebook, you already know what I'm about to tell you. Why don't we just go on start the like party now? All you have to do is simply do this. All right? What's going on? I'm going to speak to everybody in just a second, but for everybody, there you go. Y'all doing it already. Help your brother out. Help your brother out. Help your brother out. Just do that. Just keep smashing it and just throughout the show, just keep smashing. Just do that if you're here. That's all you has to do. All right. Let me move on and say hello to some folks that are in here that I can see. Let me go to Podbean first. I see a couple names here. I can announce it, and I'm not going to try to. These handles are crazy. So hello to whoever you are. Thank you for joining in. Greg, I see you. Joe. Oh, Lord. Housley's here. What up, dude? Dylan. Dylan is in the building. Tan, what's up, cuzzo? Tan is in the building. What's going on with y'all? That's the only ones I see. I got some people, obviously, that are looking at me and ain't speaking, and that's cool. It is what it is. All right, JD, what's up? You say my dream is having a quarterback. Do we have him, Lance, or do we got to go get him? I'll get into that in a minute, JD. But to answer your question, we don't know. What's up, Key in the building? My sister, what's up? We don't know nothing about Trey Lance yet. You got to put him on the field to know that, and he's not ready. That's the way I look at it. Y'all killing Dak Prescott now. Y'all will kill Trey Lance. It's really just that simple to me. I can answer that real quick, but I'll get into some of the reasons why. All right, let's go to work, y'all. I got about a good hour, maybe hour and a half, maybe. Depending on how y'all acting, it might be shorter. We'll go and see what's going on. All right. So I got some 49er fans in here. Sorry, but if you didn't catch me the last 2 days talking about the debacle that the 49ers put on us, the beat down, the destruction, how embarrassing it was. If you didn't see that, you're going to have to go to the other shows because that's not what this show is about today. I'm through with the 49ers, period. The only time that I'll talk about them now is unless we see them again. Other than that, God bless you, 49er fans. Y'all destroyed us. Y'all took care of the business. Y'all made us look incredibly horrible. Made us look like a Sesame Street football team. That's all the credit. I gave y'all your credit. So if that's what you're here for, go on back to my other show. You enjoyed it. I was very entertaining. But as in real football, guess what? Another game coming up. We ain't got time to worry about the 49ers with all that kind of stuff. We got to deal with the Los Angeles Chargers. That's what we're here for. That's what we're going to talk about on today. We got to get ready. We got to get ready because I will say this. Y'all. I listened today to, well, it happened yesterday, but I listened to the interviews from the coaching staff on today. And I also listened to Jerry Jones. The only thing that you need to know about the interview with Jerry Jones was that he was real snappy. Matter of fact, he hurried up and got off the phone because you could tell by some of the questions he was getting very irritated by what he was being asked. And a lot of that was when it was a lot that was Dak related and questioning, is he the guy? Or, should there be a change and all that kind of stuff, which comes along with the territory because the truth of the matter is Dak Prescott is the most scrutinized quarterback in the whole NFL. If he breathes too hard, it's going to be a story. If you go to the bathroom and you think he's supposed to be in for 5 minutes, but yet he come back out in 10 minutes, it's going to be a story about it. It's just that simple. He's Dallas Cowboy quarterback. He's going to be scrutinized. If he throws one interception, he's going to get talked about for a whole 2 hours. If Josh Allen throws two interceptions, guess what? He's going to get that. You won't hear nothing about Josh Allen. It's just that simple. If you listen to the league, the only team that lost in the whole league was the Dallas Cowboys. You ain't hear nothing about them. Nobody else. I mean, that's just how it is. Cowboy land. We know we used to it. It is what it is. That's what happened. So I was kind of happy, to be honest with you. I'm serious. I was kind of happy to hear Jerry Jones a little irritated. I'm serious. No, Shane, a lot of people, I see your comment. I saw Kittle's little shirt when he scored. But you know what? I can't blame Kittle because guess what? He is a true 49er that he feels the rivalry, even though it's really not a rivalry because we ain't winning nothing to make it a rivalry. But he's going off the history of the rivalry and the fan base's feelings about the Dallas Cowboys. That's where he is. So when you see a shirt like that, that's fine. The thing about it is, if you heard Michael Parsons, I was irritated with Michael Parsons because I heard what he said. Hey, everybody, I see y'all coming in. Hey, Miss Nisi, I see you. Glad to see you this afternoon. It's a little strange time for me, but I'm starting to figure out these morning numbers. I can't do it because I work during the day, but I'm off this week. So I can do it, but I'm really liking these afternoon lives that I'm doing. I'm starting to like it. Ain't no where I can do it after this week, but I'm taking advantage of it. Let me say something about Michael Parsons. See, the problem with Michael Parsons is this. He's doing what I do. He talking. He has his own little podcast that he's done started, and he's on Bleacher Report, and he's doing a lot of talking. And he's following, he has a segment in there. What's up, Freight Train? What's up? He has a segment in there where he answers questions from the fans. Big mistake. Especially after a loss. Big mistake. Because Michael Parsons' personality is not to run. Michael Parsons' personality is to confront. You see what I'm saying? That's Michael Parsons' problem, is that he don't know how to finesse things out. And when you put a microphone with a guy who kind of keeps it real, see, it's okay if I keep it real. I ain't got enough fan base to where it's really that effective unless one of the players watch me and they get it and put it out there or something like that. So it's not really a big deal if I keep it real. But when a person like Michael Parsons keep it real, and one of the things that he says, it goes viral, and then here we go. So I didn't like what Michael Parsons said about George Kittle's t-shirt. Because, see, you had 3 hours to play. And you didn't do hardly nothing. So it don't make no sense to talk big and bad now. After the game over with. Like, we gonna see you again. Well, you don't know if you're gonna see him again or not. Just because if you make the playoffs don't necessarily mean you're gonna see them. That's what everybody keep messing up and talking about. Well, if we get to the Super Bowl, we're gonna have to see them. I don't know if you're gonna see them again. I don't know that. They might be in the playoffs, but you don't know. They could lose in the playoffs. They could have a different route. He's doing too much talking for me. And I don't think that's going to stop because Bleacher Report has paid him obviously some money. He can get a little side money. He get to combat people like Rodney Harrison. And when guys talk about players, he gets to talk about them and try to get it straight. And I didn't like Michael Parsons, to be honest with you. See, it's kind of hard to talk like a lion and like you got all the bite in the world, which he does. But then at the end of the game, you're trying to get jerseys and take a picture with the enemy. See, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm too old, fossil. Maybe because I'm 50. Maybe because I'm 50 years old, and maybe because I'm kind of cut from the old school. Maybe what I'm saying won't register with the young crowd. I get it. But I was raised in a time where people didn't like each other as far as playing. Magic Johnson would never ask to take a picture with Larry Bird. I'm sorry, that's the era I grew up in. I even fast forward. Ray Lewis, who I love with all my heart, even though he's a Raven, that was my favorite player. Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis didn't actually take no picture with Eddie George and anybody from the Pittsburgh Steelers. What? Man, then you won't go to the same bathroom with them. I mean, come on now. I don't understand. Then I see a picture of Michael Parsons and Christian McCaffrey, both of them doing jersey swaps. Man, look, if you want the jersey so bad, go buy one online and put it up on your wall. You ain't got to look. You ain't fit to sell the jersey that McCaffrey gave you anyway. But you just want a dirty jersey and hang it up in a plaque or something or whatever, or a picture stand and put it on the wall. Man, forget Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry, I'm from the old school. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not built that way. I'm just not. I'll shake your hand after the game, say good game, stay healthy. Hey, maybe we'll see you down the road. That's it. I ain't gonna stop this man and say, hey man, look, can I get your jersey? What? You want to be a lion? A lion at all times. You know, and this leads to a story. This is not football related. This has to do with wrestling. Okay, The Undertaker, who is retired, who was no doubt one of the greatest to ever do it. The Undertaker. Everybody know who The Undertaker is. Someone asked him the question. They said, why did you think your character worked all of these years? And The Undertaker said, the reason why my character worked all these years was because I was The Undertaker even when I got out of the ring. He was in character his whole time. He didn't do no autographs. The Undertaker wouldn't do. The only time you saw The Undertaker was when that music turned on, when he came out and he went to the ring. He never was seen with the wrestlers in the back, even though they were all friends. You never saw it because he said the only way his character would work is unless he stayed in character the whole time. That's what I want for Michael Parsons. He too goddamn, right? He's a dog now. We know he gonna make plays. I mean, he's an all-pro, all-world, gonna be the highest defensive player in the league when his time comes, in history, actually. That's what's gonna happen. But I don't need you shaking hands with the enemy. I'm sorry. I don't need you shaking hands with nobody from the Chargers. I don't need you taking pictures with the Chargers. I don't need you going out to dinner before y'all play the next day with the Chargers. I don't want you giving emails to anybody in the Chargers. If you text them, I'm gonna have a problem with it. Text them after you beat them. I'm serious. I'm it's war out there. I'm sorry. Y'all may not feel that way. I get it. Y'all, hey, sick of this mess. He talk too much. He's talking too much. Somebody need to do this right here. Take this microphone away from him. Get your microphone when the season is over. Get to talk about it all then. Don't talk during the season. No. If Bleacher Report gave you a microphone at this point, they will give you a microphone at the end. No, Derek. No, you're not. You miss me on that. You miss me on that. What you're saying is absolutely true about The Undertaker. And that what your statement is right. I'm telling you what he said, not what I said. You can pull that up and you can see that for yourself. The Undertaker said he was the Undertaker at all times. I didn't say he didn't give help. I know he gave help. I'm just saying that's what he said. You're right in what you're saying. I don't want the friend. I'm built differently. And maybe that go for all sports. LeBron want to. Oh God, LeBron want to shake hands with everybody. I get it. Get your microphone at the end of the season. That's all I'm saying. And I can't run nobody money. That's just my opinion. You may think there's nothing wrong with it. I'm good with it. I'm just telling you what worked for me. It don't make no sense for him to start talking about Kittle and the T-shirt that he had that said F Dallas after he scored the touchdown. no sense of talking about it now. You had 3 hours to talk on the field. You only had 1 pressure, if I'm not mistaken, 1 tackle. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing now. Shoot, the 49ers ain't thinking nothing about the Dallas Cowboys now. Nothing. The fan base is. The fan base is still talking about the Dallas Cowboys, the 49er fans, because it's bragging rights. They love it. They're going to rub this in the whole year. That's fine. But the 49ers are home to whoever they playing next week. Michael Parsons should have left San Francisco and never just say, hey, we had a bad game, whatever. Forget the T-shirt. You ain't do nothing about it anyway. They ain't on schedule. Y'all don't like me. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just telling you the way I feel about it. Now, let me go back to Mike McCarthy. I heard his interview. And of course, when you're in his position, you have to say all the right things. Any coach, any owner, any coach, all that. But and he did. He did say the right things and all that kind of stuff. Of course, they were asking about the game and the whys and why nots and all that kind of stuff. But the tone is what I want to talk about. It looked like to me that Mike McCarthy wanted to cry. It did. I'm sorry. It looked like he wanted to cry. It looked like he wanted. It looked like he wanted. It still looked like his head and heart, as the old song says, was left in San Francisco. It looked like it looked it. And it looked like his soul is in San Francisco. I mean, y'all don't believe me. Y'all go look at it. And of course, when you're looking at it, interpretation is for the eye that's watching it. To me, maybe not to you. To me, it looked like he wanted to cry. And I swear before God, if I was in Dallas, man, they would have had to kick me out of there. Maybe one day I'll get in there one time. Maybe I can get, don't be surprised. Maybe one day I might surprise y'all. I might be in Dallas, Texas, doing an interview right there in Dallas with little press credentials or something. Maybe I can do that. I would have stopped the whole show. I would ask him, man, you seem like you're down, coach. What is the message that you're sending to your team as far as morale goes? And, are they ready to go back to work? Or is this just, or did the loss really crush them? I would have asked them that. And I probably got a smart answer, but I would really, if I would have took the mic, I would have said, Coach, off the record. I wouldn't have done it there. I would have got with him right after the press conference and would have told him, hey, man. That's how I would have started. Hey, man. Hey, coach. Hey, man. Pick your head up, man. Look, get your bottom lip off the bottom of the floor. Pick your goddamn head up. Let's go. We got 12 more games to go. I would have told him that. I'm sorry. Now, I may have not answered another question at the start. I may have never, my press credentials would have got revoked, and I would have cared anyway. Shoot, I ain't never been in, a press credential person anyway. Won't bother me none all my life. I would have told him. This is why look, where the likes at? Where are the likes at? Because see, some of y'all I'm looking right now. Where the likes at? I done got upset talking about here. Y'all want it big time. Here I come. I need to see the likes there, because y'all would have said it too. Man, pick your head up off the floor. Sick of this mess. I'm sick of it. We got another whole 12, 13. We got another whole 12, 13 games left. Pick your lip off of the bottom of the floor. Get you a donut walking out the door and get happy or something. Look like you like to eat a couple donuts. What flavor you want? My God. Pick your lip up off the floor. I'm serious, man. If y'all don't believe me, first of y'all, here's the homework. Don't worry about the all 22. I'm going to tell you about the Chargers. I'm going to look at the Chargers tonight, start trying to figure them out. But which won't be hard because Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator. We already know what the plays are, but I'm going to look and see what do I see differently. But forget that. Go to watch Jerry Jones' interview on 105.3 The Fan. Listen at his tone. Listen at his tone and listen at the chippiness that he has. Hurry up and hung up the phone on the guy. That's what I like. You're supposed to be chippy. When you get your tail tore up, you're supposed to be chippy. But then listen to Mike McCarthy, the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and listen to him and watch him as he just watch. So you can watch that. You're not gonna be able to see Jerry. Jerry is a voice, a interview over the phone. Mike McCarthy is right there to see it. And you need to listen to him and listen to the tone and just see if you see what I see. See if you see it. It just don't seem like he crushed. And the reason why I'm saying is because, God dang, sir, you're the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. If your tone is down, if you feeling like you down and out, if your lip is on the bottom of the floor, then guess what? Last time I heard that the head coach kind of sets the tone for the team, if I'm not mistaken. Man, I got CeeDee Lamb crying. I got him crying because he want the phone. Man, look at it. Take all them necklaces off. Take that pink necklace off. Take that green necklace off. Y'all don't like it. I don't care. Take all that mess off. You ain't Deion Sanders, son. Let's play ball. Now they're sitting there. I'm sick of it. Everybody crying. Everybody crying. Sir, you got to play in Los Angeles on Monday night. Stop crying. Shoot. They're going to try to get you the ball. Everybody know who you are. Everybody know who you are, son. Get your lip up off the floor. Folks, ask you question. I don't know. I don't know. What do you know? See, I couldn't be there. See, if I was in Dallas, y'all, look, I'm real with mine. If I was in Dallas, they would put a FedEx sticker on my behind and ship me right back here to Memphis, Tennessee. How in the world you gonna be physical and you sitting there crying? Huh? What? Yeah, I ain't gonna do these shows in the afternoon no more. Y'all excuse me, my pastor is on here. My pastor's on here, ultimate respect. I better stop hollering because I don't want to see him, Bishop, you don't supposed to be acting like this. So, let me tone it down just a little bit. Just in case, full respect and honor to my pastor who's here, who is a 49er fan himself, the one and only Dr. Bill Atkins, the senior pastor of the Greater Mighty Church here in Memphis, Tennessee. Please, y'all, don't act the fool while you're here. I do the acting. Apostle, I try my best to act right, but if I don't, I'm talking sports today, so it is. And on that note, pick your lip up off the floor. I'm sick of this mess. Sick of all this crying, man. This is football. You level your heart. Look, if you level your heart in San Francisco, get back on the plane. Go find it where you left it on the field. Pick it up and try to sew it back in. My God. I'm sick of all this crying, man. We got 10 more games. Okay. I'm sick of this mess. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I saw McCarthy. I promise you, he said all the right things. I want to get that right, but it's the tone that he had that just like, Doc, look, do you realize that we got a game on Monday night? Do you realize? I know they're asking you questions about the 49er game, but it's ought to be some type of transition or something like, hey, we saw the film, we're going to correct it. We have corrected it. We know what we did wrong. We know what happened. You know, we're on our way to the Chargers now. I ain't here. It's just you pausing and looking all crying and crazy. Man, pick your head up. Sick of this mess, man. I heard Dan Quinn. Y'all don't believe me. Go to the Cowboy website. Coach McCarthy, Coach Quinn, Coach Bones all had their little interview. And everybody is different. Jerry sounded like you're supposed to sound to me. Coach McCarthy disappointed me with his tone. Schottenheimer, said the right things, and he stays pretty much the same, balance-wise. So I give him credit once you listen to it. Dan Quinn was down. And he was more like, hey, we're going to see what the guys are going to, do and, on Monday night. And we looked at the film and all that, but you could tell how disappointed he was with the performance of the defense. I kind of get that. But the message or the tone, and when you're talking about football, everybody kind of need to be on the same page. Even the people that are not playing, which means the coaches. But the message is kind of up and down. And if it's up and down in the front office, then it's going to be up and down in the locker room. Now, I don't know what kind of organization, I don't know what kind of, for us, but people that play ball, whatever sport you played, I'm telling the truth. The head coach, in our case, the head coach is supposed to set the tone. Like in our case, though, when Jerry run his mouth, that sets the tone, which could be considered a problem as well. But it's been that way for 30 years, so there ain't nothing new on that. You understand? So it is what it is. Either they're gonna come out real flat Monday night, or they gonna come out angry. Which leads to this. And I'm done. I'm not done, but I ain't talking X and O's right now. Because I really haven't watched the Chargers yet. Maybe for those that have the all 22, maybe you can watch it, but I think I kind of got an idea because the offensive coordinator is Kellen Moore. We got enough, we know what Kellen Moore does. But I'm still going to watch the film just to see if I see something kind of different. But here's the thing that I don't see. It's a mixed message. See, Jerry said in his interview this morning. Well, it wasn't this morning. It was this morning. I'm sorry. I just listened to it a little bit later. Jerry said this. For the second week in a row, we're gonna have all of our offensive linemen lined up. Our starting five, the one that we really wanted to have. They're going to be, for the second week, they're going to be there. Okay. What does that mean, though, Jerry? What does that really mean? And Coach McCarthy kind of alluded to it as well. And I'm saying to myself, okay, we got these guys, and you might as well get ready on to put Tyler Smith in the Pro Bowl this year. It's just no question about it. So I'm saying that to say this. All right, we're probably going to have, watch this, 3 guys from our offensive line that will be in the Pro Bowl this year. Listen to me. I see you, my pastor here. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see. It depends on how we playing too. What's up, Mike? I see you, brother. Appreciate you coming, hanging with me in this strange time. Y'all know I usually come on in the evening, but I'm taking advantage while I have this time this week to try out the afternoon. I've never done it before in all these years. I just want to see what the numbers gonna look like. Anyway, and the analytics. But let me ask you this question, y'all. Let me ask y'all this question. Maybe it's me. If you got three guys who I feel are going to be Pro Bowlers this year, and the Pro Bowlers going to be Zach Martin, Tyler Biadasz, and then Tyler Smith. And then, you know, they got the ultimate respect for Tyron Smith. He may just go again off reputation. You know how they go. He may not deserve it, but, you know, he's Tyron Smith. You might have four. But here's my question, y'all. Here's my question. Because they kept saying it. I heard the word from Mike McCarthy talking about the line, talking about physical. Being physical. Jerry saying, well, we got our guys in and we got offensive line back in, and the word, the toughness and physical. What's up, Gary? What's up, man? I heard them say that today. I heard it. And I got mad, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Cause see, I heard them say it last week against the 49ers, say, hey, we got our starting offensive line back. And the implication is we're gonna play physical downhill football. And I'm sitting there saying, why in the world are we talking about physical football when you got an offensive coordinator who won't call plays that will implement physicalness? How in the world you gonna do that? Physical don't mean putting Dak Prescott in a shotgun and my offensive linemen are backing up in pass protection. That don't implement physicalness. And I'm saying that and then I thought maybe you don't first drive that you were doing all that. And you know, and then the second drive, you put Dak in the shotgun. We ain't ran but twice in 3 drives. And I'm saying, where is the physicalness? Let's pause right there, because I'm preaching right now. I feel it. I'm feeling it. I need y'all hit that like button. Help your brother out. Let's pause, because see, this is the time when you're supposed. This implements a man. This implements a man. When you hit that like button, y'all know I'm a preacher. So that means amen. There you go, amen. That I got about 30. See, I can keep moving now. See, I can keep moving. See, I need that ain't enough, y'all. If you're on YouTube, I need you to push that heart button like they doing. Look at all that. See, I got amens. So since I'm rolling now, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. Here's the text. Here's the text, Gary. Thank you, sir. Another preacher. I got preachers in here. All right, so here's the text. This is from Big Time chapter 1, verse 1. Thou shalt not implement physicalness when thou canst call the plays for physicalness. Boy, I just preached right there. The topic of this text is you faking. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all who did the stars. I see you, Dylan. Thank you for that. Did y'all hear the chat? Did y'all hear Big Time chapter 1, verse 1? Let me say it again if I can remember it. I'm flowing right now. Thou shalt not call it for physicalness when thou don't call I said I messed it up, but y'all know what I'm saying. Shoot, I'm 50. I can't remember all that. I remember the topic. I remember the topic. You faking. There you go. Stop laughing, Gary. You put me up to it, and you knew what you were doing when you did that. See, it's bad when the preachers come in and try to get me going with the jokes. That's Gary. See right here? Here's another preacher in here, and he got me acting a fool. See, that's all he doing. See, he did that on purpose. He threw me the alley-oop. I caught it, slammed it. There it is. But seriously, y'all. Seriously. How in the world are you getting hype about an offensive line when the implication is that we gonna play physical football, but we lining up in the shotgun. This is the same question I had for Scott Linehan. I had the same question for Jason Garrett. I had the same question for Kellen Moore. And it looked like I got the same exact question for Coach Mike McCarthy. And keep in mind, every offensive coordinator that I just called for about the last 12, 13 years, all had Pro Bowl linemen. Plus, I had all pros. And with Romo, you lined up in the shotgun. It had to take an act of God for Scott Linehan to finally get the ball to DeMarco Murray all those times. You know how long it took for him to finally figure out, hey, we can run the ball. We can take the ball out of Tony Romo's hands, and we can actually run the ball. Y'all remember that? Jason Garrett. You had Marion Barber. You finally figured out Marion Barber made a Pro Bowl. I see you, Dylan. I'm serious. It took years to finally figure out that you had Marion Barber back there. When you finally gave it to him, what happened? A Pro Bowl running back. Jason Garrett still ain't figured. I mean, Kellen Moore still hadn't figured out. You had Ezekiel Elliott. It took him 3 years to finally figure out what to do with Tony Pollard. It took 3 years. And then when you finally figured it out, you still didn't give them the ball. You didn't give it to Ezekiel Elliott enough. You didn't give it to Tony Pollard enough. You didn't do it. Here we go. And I'm like, Coach McCarthy, good Lord have mercy now. Look, you've been around all this time now. Look, you don't have, look, so I need to talk to Coach McCarthy because he's the one that's starting to frustrate me. I wouldn't ask him. Maybe one day soon, I might get some Dallas Cowboy credentials, whether that's online or whether that's in person. Maybe one of these games that I'm going to go to, I may be going as a press credential person and may be able to get into the room and ask questions. But then there's a part where when they get through asking all the questions, there's a thing that's called off the record. Okay? And that's why I want to talk to McCarthy. I don't want to talk to him on the record because you got to be all professional and all that. I would tell Coach McCarthy, with the risk of never stepping foot in that building again, I would tell Mike McCarthy, sir, you don't have Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. Stop trying to make Dak Prescott Aaron Rodgers in your offensive system. He ain't that. See, right there, I just lost maybe some of the crowd right there because the Big Time chapter 1 verse 2 says, be careful. Thou shalt not talk about Dak Prescott in a negative way. And to that I say, the Bible is filled with people that said the wrong things at times too. And to that, I'm just going to say the devil is a lie. If Dak Prescott, I'm going to talk about Dak Prescott when it's time to. I would tell him that. You don't have Dak Prescott. Therefore, you can't be lining him up in no shotgun all the time. Ooh, y'all don't like me. Hey, man, I need about 3 or 4 of y'all. Come on. Because I need to take a break. I feel like I'm preaching right now. So I need y'all to help me right here. I need y'all to help me. Come on. Yeah, thank you. I see y'all. Thank you. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. I'm sick of this. I see you, Dylan. I'm serious. But see, Gucci Man, you know what? Gucci Man has a solution. Look at this. Look at this. Now watch. I'm not talking about Callahan coming to Dallas because he's not. They're satisfied with the coach there. But watch this. This is a solution. But there also lies the problem, though, Gooch. What you said, I love it. But here's the problem. See, what you saying, Gucci, is that we need a guy like that, like Coach Callahan, to come in that can help with perhaps the running game and possibly pass protection. Here's the thing, though, Gooch. If the offensive coordinator don't call running plays, what difference do it make what coach you have? I need the amens. I ain't got to pull my phone up. See, it don't make no difference. You can have you can have Bill Walsh. You can have Jimmy Johnson come back. You can have Bill Parcells all on the same staff. And they say, hey, look, your offensive coordinator, we're going to let you do what you want to do. You can call the play. We ain't going to micromanage you. We're not going to be over your shoulder. We're going to let you do it. And you can have all them great coaches there. And if the offensive coordinator don't call the plays that highlight your offensive line, what difference do it make what kind of coach you have? This has been the problem of the Dallas Cowboys for the last 10 to 12 years. It ain't just started with Coach McCarthy. It didn't just start with Jason Garrett. Well, it did start with Garrett. It started with Garrett not telling Scott Linehan to do what that year he had with DeMarco Murray. He could have been done that with the running backs we had instead of trying to make Tony Romo the MVP of the league. It is the curse of the Dallas Cowboys. Even Jimmy Johnson knew. Lord Jesus, help me. Jimmy Johnson knew that it was not Troy Aikman, as great as he was, as great of an arm as he had, as smart as he was. You know what Jimmy Johnson said? I got a world-class offensive line in front of me, and I got a MVP type running back behind Troy Aikman. We gonna give him the ball. We gonna have Troy throwing the ball. Y'all think Troy Aikman got to the Hall of Fame because Troy Aikman threw the ball 35, 36 times a game? No, sir. No, ma'am. Troy Aikman would be throwing the ball between 22 and 24 times a game. And you know what happened? Emmitt Smith was the driving force of the team and that offensive line. Now you had a Hall of Fame wide receiver, and Michael got his, and you had a Hall of Fame quarterback, and you had a Hall of Fame running back. And Jimmy Johnson decided, we're not going to rely on the golden arm of Troy Aikman. We're going to run this football. After Jimmy left, we lost it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You had Zeke Elliott, a young one, a young Ezekiel Elliott that you figured out that's what worked in their rookie year, which was Dak's best year, I may add. They figured it out by running the football. Ran off about 10, 11 games straight, y'all. Do y'all remember that? Oh, okay. Instead, we switched it up. Soon as Kellen Moore took over, he tried to make Dak Prescott the MVP of the league. Dak getting paid $40 million, so hey, he should be the leader. He got to throw the ball. He has to throw the ball. He's the man. He's getting paid like that, so we have to cater to him to prove to everybody that he is the man. So we're going to pass. We're going to line up a shotgun. Our running backs will probably get the ball. Oh, let me see. Our leading back will probably get the ball probably between maybe about 13, 14 times. We got Zach Martin, Hall of Fame guard, walking straight into the Hall of Fame as soon as he retired. Oh, he had to wait them 5 years. You got Tyron Smith walking straight to the Hall of Fame Soon as he retired, wait them 5 years. You got a Pro Bowl center in Tyler Biadasz. I was at the Pro Bowl last year. I was in Las Vegas for the Pro Bowl. Some of y'all remember the show I did there. I was there. Guess who had a jersey for the NFC? Tyler Biadasz. That's another Pro Bowl lineman. And Tyler Smith is knocking on the door of being an All-Pro this year. Forget the Pro Bowl. He gonna get that. And you're not using them the way they're supposed to be used. They are physical. You're calling finesse plays. It just don't match. That's what I would tell Mike McCarthy. Doc, you can't be talking about being physical when you playing finesse. How? It just don't. I heard it this morning with Jerry. I heard it with Mike talking about the word physical and how you gonna do that when you're not calling plays that will force physicalness. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. We ain't built for finesse. If you're talking, listen, y'all. If you're talking about playing time of possession, which means that you have to drive the field, which means that you got to hold the ball. The only way you gonna hold the ball is unless you are physical. You gonna have to run the ball in order to get time of possession. You just can't. This is not the Miami Dolphins, where you just line up and shotgun, just throw the ball all over the field. We're not built like that. We're built to be physical. And as long as Mike McCarthy, I just don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. I don't. If I was in Dallas and I had the chance to talk to him off the record, this is exactly what I would be telling him. Like, dude, hey, man. It will start out with, hey, man. And that's M-A-N-E. True, you know what? And I respect True Cowboy. I respect him because he is what his handle says. Right there. Full respect to him. Cowboy fans since 1972. I'm not gonna. I'm cool with that. And what he's saying is true, but you got to know your personnel in order to do that. See, the problem with our team when it comes to Dak Prescott, I done said it the last few days, and I don't care who believe me or not. I'm just telling you what my eyes have seen in the last 6, 7, 8 years. Here is the problem. When people, and this is the reason why Dak gets all this ESPN and Fox coverage, because they're talking about Dak with an expectation that he's supposed to be way better than what he is. Okay, that's fine. But you're also looking at him, talking about him from an elite status or elite eyesight. Like, that is up here. When what I've said is, you got to look at Dak at his most effectiveness. And here it is. Dak is more effective, or he's been his most effective, when he plays from the game manager status. You ain't got to like it. It's the truth. The record showed I'm not saying he's not capable of throwing for 330 and 3 touchdowns and all that. And the reason why we can't say that is because we've seen him do it. He's done that many times. We've seen him do it. I'm saying he's a excellent game manager quarterback that has had some elite type moments, but he ain't elite. He is most effective when he has 235, 250 yards passing, maybe one touchdown. When you see Dak Prescott's numbers like that usually means that the running game has gotten involved, and that's when the Cowboys are most effective. Not when Dak Prescott throws the ball 35, 40 times a game. So, true Cowboy fan, in today's, you're right, and I'm not arguing that point at all, but because of who we have at quarterback, the way that our team is built, the way we're supposed to be playing, that statement shouldn't work with us. Forget, that's what they tried to do Sunday night. They tried to open up with the passing game to open up the running game later on. You see how that worked, right? It don't work. Now, somebody may be saying this. Somebody's going to say, well, the 49ers are a great football team and they got a great defense and it may not work against them, but it very well could work against the Chargers. You may be right. You may be absolutely right. And chances are it probably will work against somebody like the Chargers. But that's where the Kool-Aid get drunk. Because see, if you do it, then you're going to think you can do it all the time. And we're steadily trying to make Dak Prescott the MVP of the league, get into the MVP conversation with the way that he plays. No, let that man hand the ball off. That way, you get to play action, as Gary just said here. There's your question there. I couldn't have said it better. There it is. Y'all read that right there. Y'all read that. I should have bring Gary here to let him take over the rest of the show. But there it is right there. You ain't ran all night. What you faking? What you faking to the running back for? Linebackers ain't respecting the fake. They know you ain't running. What you faking for? That's a wasted second. That's Dak's game. When the run works, he works. Well, let's put it this way. Cause I know I know my Cowboy brothers and sisters. Some of them don't like what I'm saying. Cause it's almost like I'm implying that if he just line up in shotgun, he can't work. Well, we've seen it work at times, but I'm saying, when is he most effective? It's when this happens, what Gary just saying. If you are a running threat, what's up, E Nice? Appreciate you popping in, man. Appreciate you popping in. Thanks for the little time that you be able to give. Thank you. Thank you. When the running game works, Dak Prescott works. When the running game don't work, Dak Prescott struggles a whole lot more. You see what I'm saying? You got to let me see. This silently voluntarily leaving the running game during the game. In other words, it almost seems like you give up on it. That stuff not gonna work for Dallas Cowboys. It's not. It's not. We're not built like that. I don't agree with that statement right there, Shane. See, you got to know what's best for your football team. You saying trying hard to limit that, or just open the playbook and let them go. Open up the running game playbook. That's what I'm saying. Open up the running game playbook, and then you let them go. He's not. Look, he is not the first option for the offense. Boy, y'all know y'all ain't gonna like it. I know you're not. The first option should be is leaning on that offensive line. Let them go forward, not backwards. Let them go forward and run blocking so they can start laying on these guys. So they can start moving these guys. So they can start wearing these guys down. In other words, let them be, everybody say it with me, physical. Let them be physical. You can't be physical if you backing up all the time in the shotgun pass blocking. That's the first option. The reason why you need to let them go forward, because the second option really should be Tony Pollard. And for those that are going to say, you know, Pollard don't run as fast, I ain't even talking about his speed. I'm talking about let him run the football. Let Rico run the football. Let Deuce Vaughn get a couple plays in. I like the little play where they ran around and gave Cooks the ball. Let Turpin get the ball. Bottom line, run the football. Let Lemke run the football. In other words, you got to change your identity, because this identity about making Dak, you know, trying to shut ESPN up and trying to, you know, get inside the 5-yard line, trying to give them little garbage touchdowns. And no, man, run the football. Run the football. It'll open up the rest of it. Who cares if you only have a 1 touchdown a game? Who cares? Run the football. You want to be physical? You got to call plays that implement physicalness. It's common sense to me, man. I don't care what the tape say. Impose your will on folks. Can't impose no will. And can't impose no will on people, man, on pass blocking. What kind of mess is this? I don't care what nobody say. And for all those say, well, you know, Brooks, you know, Bishop, or whatever you call me, big time Bishop or Bishop or Doug or Lewis, whichever way you know me. Some of y'all gonna say, cause it's insulting. Cause somebody gonna say, well, big time, have you ever coached? Yeah, flag football. Yeah, I have. Flag football. Yeah. I played. I've been in meetings before. I've checked, what you call me, Uncle Roscoe? I take it, Dylan. Whatever what you want to call me. You want to call me Uncle Roscoe, so be it. Grady Wilson, whoever. But y'all ain't old enough to remember Grady Wilson. Let me stop. Call me whatever you want. Somebody gonna say that, and somebody gonna say, well, hey, look, you know, after film watching, I watch film, I know the game. You know, what you just can't run it up a brick wall. The devil is a lie. They tried to run Ezekiel Elliott up they tried to run Ezekiel Elliott in a wall all the time. You gotta impose your will, man. You can't be physical calling gadget plays. You can't be physical calling all these little bubble screens. You can't be physical. You can't be physical calling. I mean, you just can't, man. I'm calling like it is. Now the Cowboys may not do it. I'm just saying, man. Look, enough is enough. If you ain't gonna be physical, stop talking about it. Just stop it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And this 5 games in, but it's a seesaw. You know, way up in the air 1 week, down in the valley the next. Back way up the next week, and going down the next. I ain't answering the phone yet, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I know somebody calling in. Sir, whoever this is calling from the 346 area code, I promise you, I know y'all see the ticker. I ain't opened up the lines yet. I just about need to, though. But I will call you back. So when I open up the lines, everybody, don't call. I'm going to call this number right here first. Then I'm going to open it up. I want to be fair to whoever called me, whoever thought about even calling me. I want to be fair to those. I'm glad you said it, because I was on such a roll. I ain't know I've been on for all this time. I ain't even checked Podbean. Let me look at it. Oh, okay. I see y'all in there. Appreciate y'all. Y'all ain't talking to me, so it's all good. Listen, There has to be an identity. Look, CeeDee Lamb, I showed y'all the video yesterday. CeeDee Lamb was not lying yesterday when he said, when they asked what's the identity, he said he didn't know. Now, of course, he upset. He's upset. But the truth of the matter is, when he said that, he wasn't lying, because they still searching for an identity, and they refuse to go to the identity that you should go to. And that has been the curse of the Cowboys for the last 10, 12 years, with the exception of maybe one big year when they ran DeMarco Murray into the ground, and that was the best team that the Cowboys had in a very long time. That's the year when Dez should have caught the ball, or highway. That's when Dez missed the catch. That was the best year of the Cowboys, when they took the ball out of Romo's hand and put it in DeMarco Murray's hand and leaned on the offensive line. That was the best Cowboy year in all the years. And to me, it was better than the year Zeke's and Dak Prescott's rookie year, which was the second to me in the last, 10, 12 years. That team made a decision. We are going to run the football. And what I'm saying is, the line back then, our line now, probably is not as good as that line was, but they ain't too far off. But the option of not running the football is what is going to be the demise of the Cowboys, because our quarterback is not that type of quarterback. Eastside Harold, here's your qualifications for talking. I don't know if that was you calling or not, but if it was you, I'm getting ready to call you in a minute. But you're not worth talking to, son. See, your qualifications for talking is your team has to win. And since you're a Houston Texan fan, you won't be talking to me that much. So you can't come on here talking about the Cowboys and then your team losing the same week. It don't even make sense. So if that was you, I'm about to call in a few more minutes, just a few minutes. If that was you that was calling, and I appreciate you, Eastside, because you keep coming here, and I appreciate you. I do. But if that was you, you will have the quickest phone call in big time show history. Soon as that thing you say it's you, I don't even know what you want to talk about. Because you're going to get on here to want to laugh about the 49ers when I could just laugh at you about the Houston Texans. I don't even know why you want to call. But we're going to find out in a minute, because I'm going to be fair. So no, I'm not ducking your call. It's just a simple fact you ain't never talking about nothing. Moving forward. Moving forward. So on that note, let me go on get it. Let me go on get it cracking. All right. So whoever that was, Eastside, I swear for God, I hope it ain't you. Yeah, I see Texas too. I'm just looking at it. It is Texas. So let's see if this is Houston, Texas calling me. I think you stay in Houston. Let's see if this Eastside, y'all. Let's see.
Yes, sir.
This is Dub. Who is this? Big Time Show. Thanks for calling in. I'm sorry I missed your call at one time yet, but I apologize. I kept my word. I'm calling back to see who this is. Who am I speaking to?
Brother, you know who it is. It's your boy, Eastside, man. It's Eastside.
Eastside, I get phone calls. I don't lock you in. I should. I should, because that way I know not to answer the phone. You understand?
All right, man. Come on,
so
brother.
I'm just saying.
I was just calling to see how you do it, man, after that devastating embarrassment Sunday. I was just seeing if you was all right and if your spirits was up, man. I was going to tell you to go ahead and just let it go, even though it was a very harsh, vicious demolishment, And you never quite, your team ain't going to be the same after it. After that type of
Eastside
embarrassment. You can lose by a field goal
Eastside
for 32 points.
See, that's the problem. While you talking, I done muted you. See, so stop talking, Eastside. You're muted right now. Nobody can hear you. Nobody. All they can hear is me. But I know you're listening, and I can't even hear you. But let me say this to you, Eastside. I just told you, don't come on here talking about the Cowboys and your team lost. So that's all I'm gonna say to you about that. Now I'm gonna hang up on you. Goodbye. 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 All
Call
right.
from
Coach Mar.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
All right, Coach. Hold on. We'll call Coach Mar. Coach Mar calling. So that was a waste of 30 seconds of my precious time.
Hello?
Coach.
Hey, big time. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm just sitting here scanning calls, I guess. But go ahead. I'm saying,
Hey,
I don't even know why they set itself up like that. You know, I told you what the parameters are for calling on here. I mean, I ain't play. You can't call me and your team lost. You can't talk. You can't laugh at mine. I was gonna say I ain't really give him. You right, Eastside. I shouldn't, but you set yourself up to do that. I refuse to let you talk about my Cowboys and your team lost, and you got joy. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I ain't gonna waste my time on Eastside. What's up, Coach?
Hey, man, you know, there's so many other people that, you know, anti-Cowboy fans, that they jump in, they want to jump in on things. But, you know, big time, you're so right. And listen, I sent you the defense and offensive keys to our victory. And they all fall in line with what you've been saying. And they didn't talk about being this way, but they fall in line, and they fall in line with We're trying to be efficient in details, penalties. That's not details. It wasn't efficient in nothing we did. When we don't meet none of those goals, you go back and look at it, you say, did we meet that one? No. Did we meet this one? No. And we go through it, you say, oh, we didn't meet just about none of these. That's why you get blown out. And you go back to the game, you say, dog, we hit most of all these. We blow teams out. But those things, when you talk about running the ball, I know you probably listened to us when we were doing the live show on Boss Cowboy Sports.
Very briefly.
I said at the beginning, when you come out and you're playing the big dogs, right? And you start out with a passive mentality, you allow the other person to get confidence, and that bull is out the cage, and you can never corral it in the third quarter. You can't catch it, you can't get it back.
Yeah.
I tell you like this. San Francisco came out. First play they ran directly at Michael Parsons. I'm not saying it was a big game, but they put it in play that we were going to be physical against him all game.
They set the tone. That's what they did.
First play of offense for the Cowboys, we run away from Bosa and leave him unblocked and let him just scrape down the line and make the tackle because we didn't even put a body on him on play one.
Yeah. See the difference?
Yeah. I pointed that out. I pointed that out. I didn't wait till the day to point that out. Big time you listen, you can tell I pointed that out. Right after it happened, I said, you cannot start this game ball.
I said at the very beginning of the week, Coach, you got to hit a bully in the mouth. It's just that simple. You can't finesse your way around this thing. You got to hit a bully in the mouth.
After you meet the physicality of the game, then you can work and do all the other things you want to do. But I will tell you another thing. This offense and the game plan, the way it looks, the route combinations, as you look at this even more, you will see that, man, you made the game so much harder for your quarterback. Even though you wanted to pass, you made it harder for him. You made it very hard for him where they made their game easier for their quarterback to pass the ball. And I said this on one name, and I'm starting to see it. Right? Did he get rid of McCarthy? Did he get rid of Kellen because he felt that Kellen couldn't run the offense? Or did he get rid of Kellen because on his own selfish reasons
because he wanted to be the play call.
Yeah.
Not that he disagreed what we was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted to be the one to do it.
Yeah. I think that's a fair, and at this point, that's a fair question. That's a fair question. I think that you can throw another part of that coach in. I think that he really felt like we were doing the right thing, but I think he believed that he could do it better. So it kind of tie in what you say. I think that he said, you know, I think he figured that he can handle situational play calling probably better than Kellen Moore. And right now, I can't tell because his situational football play calling is supposed to happen at the beginning of the game, and he didn't do it.
It worked. And you know something? When now you go back, you gotta listen to certain things when people say stuff. When he said all during training camp, oh man, like McCarthy, I'm having fun again.
Yeah.
It's almost that he wanted something to say, man, I'd rather have a play call so I can have fun again. I can have me something to do. I like doing that. But that doesn't mean he changed the offense. And see, this is what I'm saying. If he don't let Schottenheimer have a little more input into this offense, he is going to end up being in the same offense that he was in before, and he's just been doing for years.
Stay right there, coach. Stay right there, coach. Because see, right there, you need a little more clarity on that one. When you say that if you don't let Schottenheimer, I guess what you're saying, become more involved, what does that mean though? Especially when, let me frame it. Especially when, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to Coach Marv. Coach Marv is a former head coach himself. So let me make it real clear. If Mike McCarthy is dedicated to saying that he will be the play caller, how does Brian Schottenheimer become more involved?
He got to. This is what he has to do. He has to come to Mike. He has to come to Schottenheimer downstairs and say, "Hey, what can you think I can do? What can you give me suggestions on to help me get back to what I want to do?"
Okay.
See what I'm saying? See, it's not about saying, you know, you got a philosophy as a coach, but sometimes you got to say, okay, what can we do so I can get back to what I want to do? What can open up what I want to do?
Okay.
Schottenheimer will give him the say, hey, let's get back to the play action pass. Let's get back to establishing physical presence, and then you'll be able to get to what you want to do in your offense.
Okay.
But if you watch Seattle during his time and Schottenheimer was there, Russell Wilson was a under the center quarterback. And if you watch the game, San Francisco, how bad as the game was, if you go back and watch the game, all of our plays that we played under center were successful.
Okay.
This past week, all of them was successful. What that does is it made San Francisco change their whole defensive set, where they had to put 9 in the box because we were under center. So all those deep passes, if you wanted to throw them, if you can't throw them from under center, you have been probably had better with them. Because what under center? Let me explain what under center does. This show.
Go ahead.
Under center, every time the quarterback turns his back to the defense, linebackers, safeties have a tendency to freeze or step up because the quarterback's not looking at it. When the fake goes through and then he turns it back around, that gives your receivers and that cushion just that half a yard. But when you're in shotgun, the natural ability is when the ball is snapped, it's the linebackers and the safety to retreat because the quarterback is now looking at them right off the snap. That's why under center at certain times is the play action play where it gets big play. And if you look back at my key to victory, I said we need to utilize the run to create play action, and then we can get the 3 to 5 big plays that we want down the field based off play action pass. But if you don't establish the run, the play action passes are null and void. And if you watch in the game, every time we did motion and we did from under the center, that's when we had our biggest play.
And on
And
that,
that's been the last 2 years.
and check it, and to prove that, and coach, because see, coach, I watched the film too, and coach is absolutely right. You would really have to have the all 22 film to see exactly what coach was talking about. For those that have it, look and see when Dak got on the center. They were playing a single high safety, which means you only had a cornerback and a cornerback. Single high safety means is that the safety is in the center of the field. That mean they're man on man. That means you're man on man with receivers, but you got 9 men in the box. You had 4 down linemen and 5 men are lining up like linebackers that were right there. But check it out. They were more effective even when they had that because they thought that we were running the ball every single time that got on the center. That was going to open up stuff over the middle in the first place, even if they decide to pass it. But here's my question, coach, and it's an easy question. When is Dak most effective? Under center or in the shotgun?
He's been more effective under center for the last 3 years.
I rest
Take
my
the stat
case.
on that for the last 3 years. But when you have a stubborn person that feels that, now, this might not only be on the coaches, because Dak himself may feel better in the shotgun. Because let's just think about it. You have to break some quarterbacks that want to be in the shotgun. I done went through that coaching thing too, because being on the center of that means you got to work a little harder as a quarterback. You'd rather be in the shotgun where you got to, get the ball, come out, do the drops and all that stuff. That means you got to work a little hard. And I think they went really heavy with the shotgun when Dak hurt his calf. And then they never let it go. Because if you look back at that season before he hurt his calf, he was playing for Mobile on the center, and they were doing well. After he hurt his calf, they started going tricky shotgun. You know the offense went down. Think about it.
Okay.
Because it doesn't lead to we don't run real well. Now, I'm going to tell you something about our running game. Look at the stats. I want people to look at it. Our run game from under the center is close to one of the tops in the league. Our run game from the shotgun is probably one of the bottom. And that's why we in the middle. Because we do not run well in the shotgun. We run better from under the center. Our whole framework of our offense runs better. And then why do San Francisco run 90% of their plays from under center? They do that same thing because they are a play action team. And again, they want to turn their back to the linebackers, because naturally, if the guy is not looking at you, you naturally come what? Forward.
Gotcha.
Or you freeze. By the time he turns back around, that's that half a yard that you need to get the separation over the top and cross him out. Plus, when you run play action passes, it's better to run a play action pass run protection because it's what we call aggressive pass protection. Gotcha. You're not setting up, you're attacking. So now that attacking means, yes, the guy might beat you, but he's not going to beat you as early because now you're attacking. You got to do that against a guy like Bosa or a guy that's fresh out there. You would want to run more play action, what we call hard set pass rate, because you want to do it in an attacking manner, because we start setting up and we'll start letting them attack them. And we have a good offensive line that can even do those things. But as you said before, if I go in a game when I got 2 future Hall of Famers that still got 3 on their tires, I got a mauler in Tyler Smith, a mauler in Terrence Steele, and a pretty good center, I'm going in there and rest this game on their back to be dominant. I'm not going to take them out of the game and then make them passive and let the other bull out the time, bull out the cage, and then tell them to rein them back in the third quarter. It's this common football. So you played it.
Yeah.
If you go out that first play and you beat the guy physically, you see maybe kind of shy away.
I got you.
The first thing you say is, I got it.
I got
and
you.
And he'll never get control of that game again from you that whole game.
Yeah.
Maybe the next game, but not that game.
Let me ask you this, Coach, because you got a question up here. They love when you comment. Shane, I don't know if you can see it, but if you can't, I'll read it to you. He says,
Yeah, let me read them.
he's saying, ask Coach Marv, how would you get Dak's confidence back up when a player is struggling? Do you bench him or do you make him work through it?
Oh, you gonna work? Listen,
Mm-hmm.
He struggled that game.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That game. Gotcha.
Now, this is what I want to say. If he was a major reason that he was the only struggle
Mm-hmm.
in the game,
Mm-hmm.
then I would be concerned. But this struggle was totally across the board.
Whole team.
Whole team. I don't even want to get into the defensive philosophy, which was
horrible.
Horrible as well.
Horrible.
But that's where I would. Now what you got to do is you got to find ways. I don't think our whole offense ever got in rhythm. And
No.
this is where when he said CeeDee Lamb didn't say he know it. I've said this before. Every coach needs to know the temperature of his team.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the temperature is like when you grilling, and I hate to use this analogy, but when you're grilling, right, you need to know the temperature of your meat while it's cooking so you can get it perfection. You know how you need to get what temperature you need to raise the grill to get that meat to that temperature.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know the temperature of your team so you know what gets them in rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
It may be a physical couple of plays, gets them in rhythm. Once they get in rhythm, then you can start adding on stuff so you get going.
Mm-hmm.
We have to find that identity to know what gets us in rhythm. So if things start getting bad, we can always convert back to what we do well. And when CeeDee Lamb was asked that question, he's basically said, I don't know what we do the best.
Mm-hmm. And we don't.
And if you don't know what you do the best, how can you tell somebody you the best?
Exactly.
You don't know.
Exactly. No doubt about it.
This is where Mike McCarthy has to figure that out. And then I thought on the defensive end we found out. But it goes back to what I said. And I want to say this one last thing. I'll let you go. Thank you so much, Big Show.
Yes, sir.
Another thing that I talked about a long time ago, people they ridiculed me too. They told me I think me and landlord had a little discussion about it. I told him then. I said Michael Parsons has the ability to be the first 125 tackles, 17 sacks, 15 to 17 sacks, 3 interception guy in the NFL history.
Mm-hmm.
No other player has done that defensively in a season in the NFL. But I said he has the potential to do that. But he's not going to do that playing defensive line as a defensive end because defensive ends maybe get 1 or 2 tackles a game and they get some pressure. And I say I understand when people talk about this tactic changes the game.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a player like that, you want him to affect more plays than just a pass play. And at middle linebacker, he affects every play because every play he's going to be a part of, whether it's a run or a pass, you will have to find him and block him because you're not going to have him stand on one side of the field where you just run the ball over, he just come off, you just shield block him. You don't have him just sitting the edge where he's not really going to be the man to make the tackle. You want him in attack mode. And he can be a center. You can blitz him on center, and on 3rd and long, you can put him on the end and blitz.
Yeah.
But he needs to be a middle linebacker so he can affect more offensive plays because I believe he could be a 100 tackle guy. And if he's a 100 tackle guy, I don't have no problem because wherever he's at, he's going to get 15 sacks. And wherever he can get, if he gets 3 interceptions, that's something to do. The other thing he's going to do, this guy, with his aggressive nature at linebacker, and if you watch the couple of plays he played the middle linebacker against San Francisco, it was picture perfect of how you attack the edge or attack the run game.
Yep.
He will unlock what you got in Clark that Clark has been missing because he's been playing beside a guy that he trusts and he 100%. Try to play like him.
Yep.
But if he see a guy beside him, like those linebackers in San Francisco do, and he see a guy that's aggressive,
it's going to rub off.
He will bring his aggression.
It's going to rub off. No question. I love it, Coach. Thank you, man.
Man, keep on out there, man. Keep on with it. But
I'm
we
trying,
need to push
man.
these ideas, and we need to push these ideas to fans.
I'm trying.
We want to be, I think the Cowboys need to be complex, but simple.
And physical. Bottom line.
That's it.
And physical.
Complex but simple and physical.
There you go.
That's it. That should be the identity.
Appreciate
you,
you,
know
Coach.
that, they can move on.
Appreciate you, man. All right, man. Thank you. Okay, I got a call. I'm about to call him back. He probably watching. I'm gonna let him have this last little minute. I told y'all I'm on to the Chargers. I tried to tell you. I'm hanging up on everybody.
Hello?
Somebody call.
Bang,
Yes.
bang. Yeah, bang, bang.
Yes.
Bang, bang, none again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing just fine.
You there, Hauser? You still live on the show?
Very much alive, and we ain't talking 49 to talk. So we on to the Chargers. So
I thought
if you ain't talking Chargers, then y'all wasting your time. It's just this simple.
Well, I thought you told Eastside, don't call unless your team won.
Do you see how
Your
quick?
team didn't even win.
Let me ask y'all this question. Since you heard that, since you were watching, how long was Eastside on the phone?
His team didn't win though. No, so we
No,
on the show now.
but you don't set the rules for my show.
Okay,
I'm
tell me the rules.
on the Chargers. I gave the 49ers credit for 3 straight shows, saying that y'all beat our brains out. Said Purdy is much way better than what I give him credit for. I said he's in the MVP. I'm talking. I said he's in the MVP conversation. I said that the 49ers got the best defense in the league. I said that y'all beat the living crap out of us. I said we shouldn't have been on the field. I said all of that. I said it 2 straight times. I said it 2 straight days. I'm on to the Chargers. Now, if you're talking about the Chargers, you can talk. But if you're talking about the 49er game, which I recapped 3-4 million times so far, I'm done.
May I say something, sir?
You better be about the Chargers. Y'all about to get. I don't care. We've been friends for 30 years. You gonna get the click too.
According to the time you were on, it was almost like you were dodging us, like some work. Like,
did y'all call in?
We in now.
Why didn't you call in the other time when I was talking about the game?
We had to collect our money. We had to do our best and collect our money.
I ain't got nothing to do with that, son. I done talked about the 49er game. I done talked about y'all were dominant. I told you we don't belong. I even said, as a diehard Cowboy fan, that we didn't belong on the field. That's what I said. What are y'all talking about? Because if you, let me say it one more time, if you ain't talking about the Chargers, y'all about to get the click. You're on the dance floor.
So can I say that, now that you're saying all that, are you saying that the way your tone is going to be for the rest of the year is going to be, you're not in the same class with Eagles, Niners, Chiefs?
We ain't played the Eagles yet. We ain't played the Eagles. Oh. We don't have problems with the Eagles. We have a problem with y'all.
That's true.
Well, you have problems with our division.
We ain't got a problem with your division. We got problems with y'all. We got a problem with the San Francisco 49ers. We don't have a problem with the Seahawks. We don't have a problem with the Rams. We don't have a problem with whoever else in y'all division. We have a problem with the San Francisco 49ers. That's it.
Then you 0-2. You had a problem with the Arizona Cardinals?
Do you really think that I'm concerned about, see right there, do you really think I'm concerned about the Arizona Cardinals?
And I told you the blueprint was out.
We 3-2. Everybody can't do what the 49ers do. But you ain't talking about nothing. See, y'all, what y'all want to do is keep talking about the game.
Let's talk about the Chargers.
Well, you ain't talking about the Chargers. Y'all ain't even Chargers fan. Get off my phone, man. Goodbye. There it is. Next caller come in. See what I'm saying? See, I told y'all, I don't play around with y'all. It's just that. And I could do that to them because we are friends since 1987. I can do that. I wouldn't do that I do that to Eastside because he ain't talking about nothing either. I really care less about the Houston Texans. But see, this is what it's talking about. See, I know what they really want to do. They want to come on and harass. That's all. They want to talk about the Chargers, but they don't know nothing about the Chargers. Period. That's all. They want to just be on, they just want some airtime, and I ain't giving it to them. Yeah, because I can. All right, now, let me get to the Charger questions. Y'all can call in too still. Do you think Kellen Moore is going to try to air the ball out and throw screen passes when he plays the Chargers? Yes, because that's what Kellen Moore does. He throws the ball. And he has a supposedly world-class quarterback in Justin Herbert, who I'm quite sure he has full confidence in. And I believe that he's going to throw the ball, without a doubt. That's what he's known for. I don't see why he's going to change it now. So we should be expecting it. I heard that Austin Eckler supposedly is supposed to be back. He's dangerous, but I don't see Kellen Moore really throwing the ball. But to answer that question, Gooch, I can see the screen game, which of course what Kellen Moore throws. You understand? It is what it is. I believe that's the case. I'm gonna start looking at the Chargers today. I didn't. I'm probably gonna try to come on all this week, somewhere around this time here. Something I've never done. I've never done, 5-6 days in a row. I've never done it. And hey, I appreciate y'all hanging with me, tuning in to the show like that. I've never done it. So I'm gonna try just to see. Well, you ain't talking about the Chargers, so you had your chance. Y'all just want to hear 49 and stuff. I'm on. Gave y'all the credit where if you want to hear me get a credit, go back to the show. When you hear it all, you hear me go off on the Cowboys and all that, get you laughing. But I'm done with the 49ers. It's just that simple. So there you go. You say we were gonna talk about the Chargers. You wasted your time. You talked about the 49ers too long. Over it. Done. I'm gone. On to the next week. I'm just like Bill. I'm just like Belichick. We're on to the next team. At that time, you say we're on to Cleveland. I'm on to the Chargers. That's the focus of this week. How do we not look like what we look like Sunday night? That's the question. How do we pick your lip up off the bottom of the floor? That's the question. Eastside Harold, you'll never talk. When your team wins, you can't come on here with joy about the Cowboys losing, Eastside. And then your team lost at the same time. You just happy. No, sir. You don't get to talk. Because, see, I could just flip the script and ask you about why your team lose. Houston Texans, which is predicted to lose, but that's another whole story in itself. But I'm not going to give you that type of time because I could care less about the Houston Texans. And this is a Dallas Cowboy type podcast. We're not talking about the X's and O's of the Houston Texans and why some of them X's didn't cross and why they circled that O one complete. We don't talk about the Houston Texans on here. I done told you that. That's why we won't talk to you, especially when your team done lost, because I'm not going to waste my breath asking you why you talking about the 49ers beating the Cowboys. Well, I can say, well, why y'all going to let the Atlanta Falcons beat y'all? Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Awesome.
Uncle Charles.
What you got? What you got, Uncle Charles? What's up with you?
Man, what's happening, brother? It's a blessing to see you.
Man, what's going on?
Yes, sir. Let me tell you something. I've been listening to you and Coach. And everything Coach said was right on point. You can't say no different. That's a smart brother. Y'all smart brothers. And I listened to that conversation, and I learned something from that. But my thing is this. Coach explained what we need to do. And that's hereditary. We're supposed to do that. We're supposed to run an offense like that. But the thing is, we got far more problems than that. Your number one wide receiver come off the field and sit on the other side of the bench away from the team. You've got more problems than that. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know, and I ain't trying to say I know, and I don't want to know. But if your team don't lose confidence in you, there lies another problem that needs to be addressed. They need to have a coming to Jesus meeting and go in the room with somebody else and work this thing out. If you support your quarterback through good or bad, then support it. But once you do that, if you sit on the other side of the bench and wait for your team, you got internal problems. Now, I watched Jerry Jones get on the radio this morning and come out, I still see that Jackson take us to the Super Bowl. Now, I know Jerry's old. And some people that's 80 years old can get around real good, and their mind is good. But some people that's 80 get around, their mind ain't that good. And his mind is really bad. Of this ain't no good. He's still so crazy. So why would he say that? I'll tell you why he said it. Because you're paying this guy $50 million. Why don't you say anything else? You are a rich man. A rich man don't never want to be wrong. But the problem still lies. Now, nobody's talking about the 49ers game. That's over with. But the thing is, if you go in there Monday night and lose to the Chargers, your head coach went in there and advocated for Kellen Moore to be gone. And you took over the play call and you lose to him, that will say, for Mike McCarthy will be fired. I guarantee you he's gone. Ain't no doubt about it. Because let me tell you something. As an offense, you have to be cohesive together. You have to be together. You have to have communication. It's like on defense, we got ripped to shreds because there wasn't no communication. Everybody ain't in the right place where they're supposed to be. And this is an internal problem. And I'm going to show you why it is. And I'm going to get on out here. I'm going to tell you this small little story, and you apply this to this. It was this man, he had a family, 2 kids. He had a nice life. And he did everything the right way. He got up in the morning, said his prayer, ate his breakfast, and drank his coffee, unlocked the door, went to work. He did this every day until one particular morning, he got up, said his prayer, read his paper, drank his coffee, kissed his wife, and said, I'm going to work. And he put the key in the door, and he turned around, and there was a gun in his face. Well, the man was caught off guard. He didn't know what to do. And the man was scared to death. He was thinking about himself. He was thinking about his family. And the man said, give me your wallet. And he looked back and the man was gone. You understand that man, everything he did up to that point was the way he's supposed to do it. But then when that happened, his whole life changed. Nothing is never the same after that. No matter how you do in life, you will always remember that one bad thing because it's in you. That game did something to us. It did something to our fan base. It did something to the team. Now, let me tell you something. You either land on the cross or you banging in the nail. Don't lose that game Monday night. Don't lose it to Monday night because I can guarantee you somebody getting fired. Because somebody got paid. Jerry ain't going to be wrong. Dak ain't going nowhere. There's only one person going somewhere, and that's Mike McCarthy. He'll be fired after Monday night. And somebody said, no, he ain't going to fire him. Man, they fired Wade Phillips in there. What are you talking about?
He did.
He even hit the tarmac. You mean to tell me Derek can't fire you? Terrell Owens, he said, we want to have dinner with you, Terrell. Come on out, we want to have dinner. And they fired in that dinner. Ain't that something? You got a full stomach and then lost your job. Ain't that something? They want to get you real fast where they can go ahead and get you off that team. This is how it works with a rich white owner. He don't care about that. And that's all I got to say, brother. Everything you and Coach said, always at this point, y'all are correct. I thank you for letting me come on. You got a great show. And I just subscribe, and I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. And as he leaves, yes, sir. And as you can see, as he leaves, you can almost feel that he dropped the mic on me. Yes, sir. To answer some of y'all questions, did that have something to do with the Chargers? Yes, it did, because he's talking about what happens if the game go wrong this week. That's what he's saying. But y'all understood what he said, because he gave you a nice story. I like that. I like that. Well, y'all some fools on this chat line. I tell you. Now, y'all forgive me. Do not call in right now. I'm having fun with y'all. I'm about to get off here in a minute, but my wife called in, and I pray God when I call her, she don't light me up or something like that. Y'all just hold on. And some of y'all y'all hold on. Just hold on. Y'all Hold on, don't mess with me.
Hello?
Hey, baby, I'm live on the show. I didn't see the call. You okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You live. Look, you live. Don't check me, okay?
I'm going to get off right now.
No, don't check. Everything okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm about to call you back. All right. Bye-bye.
No, you don't have to. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Hey, all right. Whoever that was from Arizona calling. All right. You in Arizona, what's going on? Hello? All right, hold on. Whoever that was that just called me from Arizona, go ahead and call me back. You got a free line, and I'm going to make you the last caller. My time is just about out. For those who don't know, when I go live on Podbean, I only have 2 hours. Nobody shouldn't be talking for 2 hours, but I let y'all talk, and it jumps into that. If I was just doing Facebook or YouTube, I can go as long as I need to. But 2 hours of time. My time is saying I'm 1:46 in. Whoever that was from Arizona, you can call in. If not, we're gonna keep moving. Bottom line, y'all, is this: it's about putting an identity out there and roll with it. You can't talk this. You can't talk about being physical and then you come out and play finesse. That stuff don't work. We got a whole movie clip of that, of seeing us play like that with Kellen Moore. We know how that turns out. We got the same quarterback. We got the same, some of the same players. That finesse game don't work. If you're going to be physical, you got to call the plays that's going to demand physicalness. And that's what we didn't do. It's really just that simple. And I'm sick of them trying to promote it and talk about it like they're going to do it. And then come out and act like we the Miami Dolphins. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have Tua at quarterback. We got Dak Prescott. And I don't care what y'all say. This go for all my Dak lovers. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all know you don't want Dak Prescott in shotgun the whole game. Because you know what probably going to happen. I'm not saying he can't get you. But at the same time, you already know what time it is. All right? Put that man on the center and let him hand that ball off. That's just the bottom line. You want to win? That's when he's his most effective. Line him up in shotgun like he Patrick Mahomes or somebody. That he ain't Joe Burrow. He not. And we got to stop acting like he is. On that note, before somebody call in and report me, I'm going to go in tonight because y'all Dak lovers. I know. Y'all don't like no negative criticism about Dak Prescott. And that's just not how it is. At least that's how it is on this show. If he play like trash, that's what we gonna say. He played like trash. It's just that simple. Ain't nothing else to talk about. And he played like trash. And it's not all on him. The coaching staff was trash. Everybody. And they better not bring that trash to Los Angeles against the Chargers. Or I'm gonna be on here next week talking real bad. All right, I'm done. That's it. Thank y'all for hanging with me. I'm starting to like this afternoon stuff. It really is pretty good. I might come on tonight. After I look at the Chargers. I'm going to watch them and then come back with a little X and O's and all that and come with you. Now, before we leave, we got time. Go ahead and hit that like button real quick. Everybody smash it real quick for me. Y'all helping your boy out. Go ahead and smash it real quick. And we're going to go ahead and get on down. Appreciate you guys doing it. Thank you to all those that are on Podbean, those that are going to be listening on Spotify, Pandora, LinkedIn, iHeartRadio, all of you guys that are hooked up and listen to me, the downloads on that. The show will be uploaded in just a second for you. I appreciate that. And then to those that are going to watch this later on, listen, if you're watching this later on, it doesn't make no difference because I'm about to end it now. But I think I said it at the beginning. that whatever comments that you put on this, I will see them, and I will try my best to respond to that, to your comments, to today's show. Until then, I may come on tonight, y'all. I'll let you know a little bit before, or I definitely will try this again tomorrow, taking advantage of my time that I have now. But whatever time I come on, just be ready, and we'll do it again, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging with me in this busy day. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna keep on grinding, man. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna keep grinding. This is fun for me. This is therapy for me. It's amazing when you can have fun and do stuff and get a little paid for it too. Not bad. Thanks for hanging with me, y'all. This has been the one and the only. Ain't nobody like me, y'all. This is the Big Time Show. Now put your hands on it. Come on, let's groove out of here. Let's go.